former military head of state and president, Olusegun Obasanjo, decided to address Nigerians. He said he spoke with Buhari, the president of Nigeria, warning him about the danger ahead. He said if care is not taken, Nigeria will go up in flames. Nigeria will go up in an inferno. Well, there are prophecies and seers and forecasters and many people who have talked about this before. They said this election will go well. Some say it will not go well. Some say they will rig the election. Some say they will not rig the election. But as it is right now, results are coming out slowly. But, Obasanjo, like any other person, has the right to speak as long as you have the media at your beck and call. He has tried to address the nation, and people are wondering why he is always coming out to speak and act like he's a Mr. Know-all. After all, you had the opportunity to do what you needed to have done. Nigeria would have been better or would have moved in a different direction, but you came in, still there's no constant electricity. When you were there, no constant. When you have left, same thing. Life is just in total disarray, apart from it getting worse. You did not make any significant change that at least people will say, yes, we are human beings. So why are you coming out to talk and write articles and all of that? But everyone has their own opinion. You can say whatever you want to say. It will be kind of irresponsible of him not to come out to speak. At least lend your voice. He has always tried to lend his voice to whatever it is that is ongoing. This might not sit down well with Buhari, who looks down, or let us say, look at Obasanjo as a man who is just a pretender. That when he was there, he said it himself, when Obasanjo was there, he didn't do the right thing. Billions of naira disappeared under his watch. He claimed he wanted to put electricity right. And where is the electricity? That if he were in the military era, he would have locked him up and jailed him. That's what he said. That's to let you know that he's not buying into Obasanjo's suggestions and advice. Anyway, without further ado, let us hear what Obasanjo has to say. And we analyze what he's saying at this time. I know people are worried, but a lot of people who are interested in Labour Party, Peter Obi, and we are hearing cries, a lot of cries from Labour Party faithfuls, and some of PDP, Atiku, Abubakar faithfuls are also screaming and shouting like Dino Melaye. We are hearing them shouting because they are seeing that the election is swaying in the direction of no other. They are afraid that there's going to be rigging. Everybody, every party believes that they won. Labour believes that they won. PDP believes that they won. APC also believe that they have the mandate, that they are going to deliver it. Well, let us hear Obasanjo speak. Do not forget to like and share this video. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel.
An appeal for caution and rectification. Nigerian brothers and sisters, greetings to you all. I am constrained to speak at this point, and I crave the indulgence of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency General Muhammadu Buhari, to make this statement because I've had opportunity to keep him aware of what I know is happening and the danger looming ahead. On many occasions in the past, I have not hesitated to point out lacuna in the action of the President and his government. But as far as the election issues that we are now facing are concerned, the President has proved beyond reasonable doubt that he will want to leave a legacy of free, fair, transparent, and credible elections. Until last Saturday night, February 25th, 2023, the good and noble plan and preparation for the elections seemed to be going well. For the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, A lot of money was spent to introduce bimodal voter accreditation system, BVAS, and the server for immediate transmission of results from polling units. It is no secret that INEC officials at operational level have been allegedly compromised to make what should have worked not work and to revert to manual transmission of results, which is manipulated and the results doctored. The chairman of INEC may claim ignorance, but he cannot fold his hands and do nothing when he knows that election process have been corrupted and most of the results that are brought outside BVAS and server are not true reflection of the will of Nigerians who have made their individual choice. At this stage, we do not need wittingly or unwittingly to set this country on fire with the greed, irresponsibility, and unpatriotic act of those who allegedly gave money to INEC officials for perversion and those who collected the blood money. Let me appeal to the chairman of INEC, if his hands are clean, to save Nigeria from the looming danger and disaster which is just waiting to happen.
Olusegun Obasanjo, amongst other things, spoke about how election was postponed, and he said he appeals to the chairman of INEC, Yakub, to find a way around this, to find a way to seek for solutions so as to make sure that errors that we've all seen a lot of these errors, right, left, and center, if there is a way to rectify it. But I don't know if there's any way to rectify it. INEC already said that any place, any location in Nigeria where votes could not, as long as reasons for that vote not being elections being carried out there or votes being null and void, as long as there are reasons for it, he said it will be marked zero. Simply put, this election will not be cancelled and this election will not be repeated. Come on, we are talking about a rigorous process. And apart from what has always been happening previously, this election is rigorous, but it seems to be one of those peaceful elections. It is not as violent and so crazy like some elections that we used to see back in those days. Maybe in Rivers State, in Calabar, in this and that, in Lagos, you would have heard that a lot of people have been killed and murdered. But that is not the case in this election. People know that our elections are not always 100% fair. There is always going to be, it's like a race, you know. Everyone, let's just look at a football match. You have the umpire, which is INEC, and we have the footballers, you know. All of them will not be fair to each other. Everyone is trying to grab the ball from the other person. Everyone is trying to lie. Everyone is trying to fall on the floor. This is what everybody will do when they are pursuing a cause. APC Tinubu will do the same. Labour Party will do the same. Yes, Peter Obi, Atiku will do the same. PDP, they will do the same. It is now left for the umpire to now look at. That is why the umpire is supposed to do the right thing. Although there are some policies and legislation that that has been pushed somehow, but it has not passed. That INEC should be free. I mean, cut off from the influence of the executive. But you know, it doesn't still matter. Even if INEC operates by its own self as a private entity, they can still be corrupted. It's as simple as that. Well, let us hear more from what he has to say.
If the chairman can postpone elections 4 days to the election 4 years ago, he can do everything to rectify the errors of the last 2 days. No beavers, no result, to be acceptable. And no uploading through server, no result to be acceptable. Whereas beavers and servers have been manipulated or rendered inactive, such result where beavers and servers have been manipulated or rendered inactive, such results must be declared void and inadmissible for election declaration. Chairman INEC, I have thought that you will use this wonderful opportunity to mend your reputation and character for posterity. Your Excellency, President Muhammadu Buhari, tension is building up, and please let all elections that do not pass the credibility and transparency test be cancelled and be brought back with areas where elections were disrupted for next Saturday, March 4, 2023. And beavers and saver officials be changed. To know which stations or polling units were manipulated, let a committee of INEC staff and representatives of the 4 major political parties with the chairman of Nigeria Bar Association look into what must be done to have hitch-free elections next Saturday. Mr. President, may your plan and hope for leaving a legacy of free, fair, transparent, and credible election be realized. Mr. President, please don't let anybody say to you that it does not matter or it is the problem of INEC. On no account should you be seen as part of the collusion or compromise. When the die is cast, it will be your problem as the chief executive of this country and that of the nation. Chairman of INEC may sneak out of the country or go back to his ivory tower. Your Excellency, thank you for hearing me out. Compatriot Nigerians, please exercise patience until the wrong is righted. I strongly believe that nobody will toy with the future and fortune of Nigeria at this juncture. Long live Nigeria in peace, security, stability, and in the hope for greater future. Thank you for listening.
Well, Olusegun Obasanjo has called for peace and calm. Of course, that is needed at this time. But, well, we'll see maybe at the end of the day, today, or probably early hours of tomorrow morning. We don't know. Maybe finally the results of the elections will be called and the results will be out. I do not think that the president, Buhari, will listen to Obasanjo. No. He sees Obasanjo as an intruder. He sees Obasanjo as a man who wants to act like he knows better than him. You know, they were all both in the military, although they don't have the same educational and intellectual abilities and all of that. And that is like a big punch to the face of Buhari. He will not accept this. He might just listen, courtesy demands that he listens if he wants to. And to him, he will be like, when you were president, did me, Buhari, or Babangida, or any of these people write epistles to tell you that your government is not performing or acting in the right direction? How dare you want to tell us what to do? This is what is going to happen. And of course, conflict of interest. What are your thoughts about this one, about what Obasanjo has said? Let us know in the comment section. Do not forget to like and share this video. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel. See you in the next one.